Welcome back to the Matty Bets YouTube channel. I am absolutely excited for this card, UFC 322. It's a pay-per-view. If you're new here and you just clicked on that thumbnail and you're seeing my content for the first time, I appreciate you watching this video. Please like and subscribe right now because all my plays are 100% free for the past 4 years and they will continue to be so. We are doing two crazy things this card because it's such a great card with insane name value. I think the best card of the entire 2025 calendar year. We're going to do two things we've never done before on this channel. Number one, we're building 3 cycle parlays on one card. We've never done that before. The most cycles we've ever done on a card is 2, usually 1 and a backup. Usually it sucks when you have to build a backup because that means the first one lost. But usually we do 1 official cycle parlay, we build a backup, and then hopefully 1 of the 2 hit. Because there's so many great fights on this card and so many outcomes that I like, we're going to do 3 cycle parlays right out the gate. Number 2, and more importantly, I'm doing $4,000 in giveaways. I'm going to give away $1,000 for every 100K in long shot money that we hit on these parlays. If you want to enter those giveaways right now, do 3 things. It's super quick, super easy. Like this video right now, smash that like button, subscribe right after, and last but not least, in the comments, tell me your favorite long shot bet of the entire card. A long shot bet under my rules is 10-1 or higher. It can be a prop, it can be a parlay, it can be anything. Just comment below, make sure it's 10-1. Let's go ahead and dive right into it. Before I do so, real quick, I'm going to tell you what a cycle parlay is in case you have no idea and this is the first time you're seeing my content. We created the cycle parlay. We took it from baseball, where a cycle is a batter that hits a single, double, triple, home run, whatever, right? It should go around the bases. That's what a cycle is. We put it into MMA. In MMA, it's picking 3 fighters by an exact outcome for each fighter. Fighter 1 to win by decision, fighter 2 to win by submission, fighter 3 to win by knockout. You have to get all 3 right. If you hit 2 per year, you're usually in the green. We've hit 3 in the past 12 months. We're up big on the cycles. We've been cold recently the last couple months on just bets in general, but we are up big long-term on the cycle parlay. Let's go ahead and dive right into it. For cycle parlay number 1, we're going to get started here. Leg number 1, Aaron Blanchfield by submission. I know you guys probably hate that. Tracy Cortez is a great fighter, but I'm playing the value here, boys and girls. There's going to be a lot of wrestling and grappling in this matchup. Blanchfield by sub is plus 650. I think she's going to be bigger and stronger. She's going to have great pressure, and I think there's going to be lots of opportunities for her to get it. She may or may not get it, but I have this modeled at about plus 400 range. So for me to get 650 on this, we absolutely have to lock it in. Cortez could win a decision on the scorecards. Maybe she's able to defend the takedowns. Maybe she isn't. But at plus 650, I have to lock it in. Let's move on. Leg number 2 of the first cycle. We're going Michael Morales by KO over Sean Brady. I believe it's plus 350 range. Look, guys, I was at the Apex card when my boy Gilbert Burns fought Michael Morales. I was up close and personal. I'll tell you one thing right now. Michael Morales could fight at fucking light heavyweight if he just put on a few pounds. That dude is massive. I believe he has an 80 or 79-inch reach. He's huge. He made Gilbert look like fucking lightweight. Like, no bullshit. I think Sean Brady is very good. I think he arguably already deserves a title fight, and he's not getting it just because Islam moved up. But I think he made a mistake here in this matchup. I could see him out-grappling Morales in the first round, maybe even the second half of the second round. But eventually Morales is going to gain momentum. He's going to either stuff takedowns or get back to his feet. And if you're Sean Brady, you do not want to get backed up by this guy. He has great striking, great power. I think he's going to walk him down and put Sean Brady away in round 2 or 3. I just think his striking's too good. His reach, he's 7-inch reach advantage here, power advantage. And we saw not too long ago Sean Brady showing he does not love getting hit. Bilal Muhammad, his first TKO, was able to put away Sean Brady. I can't get that out of my head. Of course, there's a chance Brady gets it to the ground and puts away Michael Morales, but I'm going to trust Morales. The value on the KO is just too nice for me, so I'm going to lock it in. For the third and final leg of the cycle, we're going to maybe a fight that determines who the greatest women MMA fighter of all time is. I still got Amanda Nunes personally, but this is an extremely important fight for both these two fighters' legacy. Valentina versus Weili Zhang. Everybody's on Valentina. I've been wrong on some Valentina fights. I'll be the first to admit it. But here's the deciding factor for me. Wei Li was able to out-wrestle Tatiana Suarez. The wrestling does not get higher level in women's MMA than what Tatiana Suarez and her credentials brings into the sport. So I understand Valentina's very well-rounded. She's going to be the bigger fighter, but I'm going to take Wei Li Zhan. This chick picks up Francis Ngannou, picks up Shaquille O'Neal. She's a savage. She walks forward. She's got power in her hands. She's shown her grappling has gotten very, very elite. And everyone's saying Valentina is the more well-rounded fighter and is going to out-grapple her. I actually think Wei Li could win some of these grappling exchanges and she could land the bigger shots on the feet. I have her winning on the scorecards 3 rounds to 2 here. Give me Wei Li Zhan by decision. Plus 210. That cycle parlay is going to pay 103 to 1. Remember, these are all long shots. Bet with caution. 2K is going to return 209,000. Let's move on. Cycle parlay number 2 of the card. Before I give you that parlay, make sure you check out the link in the description. Better Picks is handing you guys free money. You get hundreds of dollars in free cash. You get $10 for free just for downloading the app. And you get the lock-in Islam Makhachev to land just 1 strike in the fight, and you automatically win that leg. That's code Maddie on Better. The link is in the description. There's another link in the description. Take advantage of free cash. Buy these sports books. Chalkboard is another DFS app similar to Prize Picks and Underdog and Better Picks. They're giving you Islam Makhachev to land just 1 strike. Guys, use code Maddie on Chalkboard and on Better Picks. You can literally arbitrage it. You can get the free cash on Better, free cash on Chalkboard. Download both apps, use my code. You get deposit bonuses on each app, and you can take Islam to land 1 strike on this app, Islam to land 1 strike on the other, and then you can just take another fight on both of the apps and take the opposite guys. You automatically win cash. It's just simple arbitrage and leveraging the sportsbook deposit bonuses. Cycle parlay number 2. This is my favorite play on the entire UFC 322 card. Daukaus versus GM3, fight to end by submission. Plus 210. I'm getting Daukaus, who's 11-0 in fights that end by submission, versus GM3, who's 29-9. That's right, he has 29 wins by submission in his career. And that's 38 fights total professionally that a fight he's been involved in has ended by submission. And you're going to give me plus 210. This number is inflated simply because Daukaus just came out and threw a nasty right hook against Michel Pereira and TKO'd it. I promise you this number is plus 140, plus 160 range if that didn't just happen. So I think there's some recency bias here. Either guy can win by sub here. I'm counting on big grappling exchanges and one guy to get caught. Maybe Daukaus gets GM3 in a front choke. Maybe GM3 gets on top and gets an arm triangle. Just give me either guy by sub. Let's move on. Leg number 2. We're going to the main card. I'm taking Carlos Prates. He's going to smoke Leon Edwards like a cigarette by KO TKO plus 210. I'm sorry, plus 165. Hear me out now. I know this isn't a big number. I know Leon Edwards, people argue he's getting a little disrespected here. But at the end of the day, boys and girls, the argument for Leon Edwards here is he could win a decision. And I don't disagree with that. If you're going to bet Leon Edwards, take him by decision at plus 275. I honestly don't hate that at all. But here's what I'll say about Leon Edwards. Let's look at his fights right here. His last 10 or 12 fights, Sean Brady, Bilal, Colby, Kamaru, Nate Diaz, Bilal, RDA, Gunnar Nelson, Cerrone, Barberena, Vicente Luque. Who is this guy fighting that has anywhere near the striking, the reach, and the power of Carlos Prates? All of his fights are against wrestlers or grapplers. Can you imagine what Carlos Prates would do to Nate Diaz in an octagon? Nate Diaz had Leon Edwards hurt on the feet. So I'm going to trust the eye test here. I'm going to trust that competition and matchups matter. I think Leon Edwards has been begging for a striking matchup. He finally gets it, and I think he's going to regret it here. This is Carlos Prates coming out party, if it already wasn't his past fight when he spin and elbowed Jeff Neal. Give me Carlos Prates by knockout, plus 165. For the third and final leg, we're going to the main event. I'm trusting my gut. This is going to be a very highly anticipated fight where everyone's excited about. And guess what happens sometimes in those types of matchups when you have a Dagestani in the fight? It gets boring and ugly, and the whole world's going to be on JDM by KO or Islam by submission. And guess what? Islam's going to win 3-2 or 4-1 on the scorecards. I cannot ignore the tape. I know JDM's training with the best guys. I understand that. And that's more reason why I like Islam by decision. You cannot tighten the wrestling gap. You just can't close that gap with the pedigree of both of their wrestling. I can't ignore the tape study when Gilbert was able to take down JDM. He was up 2-0 arguably on him. I also can't ignore Hafez on, I'm always butcher his name. I can't ignore him. He's a big, roided up dude, but he was able to get that fight to the ground so many times. I don't know that Islam will be able to put JDM away. And I also think that this fight could be a sweat late, where maybe late in round 4, late in round 5, Islam is a sit and duck on the feet. But we see this time and time again. These Dagestani fighters, they just edge it out. And I think Islam at 170 is just going to be strong enough and powerful enough to get this one done on the scorecards. Dawkins GM3 ends by sub, Prates by KO, Islam by decision. That one is 25-1 odds. 4K is going to bring home just over $100,000. Like this video, subscribe for the $4,000 giveaway. I'll see you guys all at the cash counter Saturday night after the fights.